My name is Mark Jervis from AM Jervis and Son, Winderton Farm on the South Warwickshire-Oxfordshire border. We produce quality haylage for the horse market under the brand name Equigrass. It's a family farm. This farm is second generation. We've got another couple of farms where we've been there sort of 6 generations. We farm about 800 acres in total, with about 550 acres of grass. That's also with arable, wheat and rape mostly. The soil type varies actually from heavy clay down at the bottom of the hill right up to sort of blow away sand and gravel. We grow predominantly 2-year Italian lays for racing and studs, but we also grow an area of quick bulk 1-year lay Westerwold and also perennial ryegrass and timothy mixtures. Most of what we produce is Italian ryegrass, which is perfect for quality forage for the equine market, going into racing yards and studs. It produces perfect characteristics, good yield, good energy and protein levels. We look for energy of 8 to 10 megajoules per kilogram, dry matter and protein of 7 to 10 generally, and we usually go for sort of 70 to 80% dry matter, which we find perfect for the market we're aiming for. Our customers look for quality, consistency and reliability in the service, and that's 3 of the things we really strive to do as well as we possibly can. We normally establish them conventionally via reduced tillage or occasionally ploughing, normally pressed a few times, make sure we get a good level firm seed bed, which is very important, then either establish it with a tine drill or a Vardestad, or occasionally we'll direct drill it either with a cross slot or a Vardestad. The lays are managed quite intensively. We roll, harrow, spray any weeds and make sure they're as clean as we can possibly get them. And then for fertiliser, we give it the nitrogen, PK and sulphur that it needs. We normally put 60 to 80 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare, depending on what the lay needs. We don't go overboard with the amount of nitrogen we use because we want to keep the protein down, which is what we want for our customers because they don't want too much protein and energy in the haylage. This field we're in now is 2-year Italian ryegrass mixture. It was mown yesterday. You can see the length of the stems when we aim to cut it. That's quite long and stalky, and it's the stems that we want over the leaf for horses because we want the stemmy material that's a hard hay and haylage with the analysis that we need. First cut normally begins end of May, beginning of June up to the middle of June depending on the weather. This year's a bit earlier because of the spring we've had, and then normally second cut be sort of 6 weeks after that. We don't normally get a third cut, but we do aim for it, but normally by the time we get round to it, it's getting too late in the season. The weather's not good enough, and a third cut generally will go for cattle. The grass crops are rotated with arable, generally grass for 2 years, and then a wheat, and then rape, and then sometimes another wheat or barley or another break crop, and then back into grass. We aim to spread out our harvest date as much as possible. This is not the easiest thing, so we can go for earlier maturing varieties like Westerwold. Italian normally comes about in the middle, that's the bulk of what we do, and then perennial ryegrass and timothies and a bit of cocksfoot sometimes comes later. We've also tried out some drought tolerant varieties that go on some lighter soil and other things like that. We use a mixture of mixtures, either off the shelf or occasionally I'll ring up and speak to Ian or whoever and tell him what I'm aiming for, and then he'll send me a mixture to suit. I left Harper Adams about 15 years ago and we've been working with Cotswold grass seeds ever since, and probably before that actually. The service is the biggest driver for us. We aim to provide a quality service to our customers, and then we use other suppliers that give us a similar sort of service, and Cotswold grass seeds is certainly the best. One phone call and you can have next day delivery, or sometimes when we get short for some reason, we can go and collect within the hour. The quality of the product from Cotswold Grass Seeds is second to none. It's absolutely brilliant. The seeds always establish as we expect, and it's absolutely spot on.